Welcome to the Budget Mom YouTube channel. I'm Miko Love from thebudgetmom.com, and we have Ryan back.
Hi.
Back here in Spokane to do another budget recap. Now today what you're going to be seeing is our August budget recap. Why is that? That's because Miko had no idea what I was doing in September. I got married on September 10th, and I honestly could not tell you what I even did in the month. I mean,
it came and gone like
Chris and I, so
fast.
we have a lot to talk about, a lot of updates happening, a lot of things going on. If you are with me right now and you have all these questions like, Miko, are you going to be combining finances with Chris? Is your budget going to be changing? What are you going to be showing now that you're married? What are you not going to be showing? Please make sure you jump over and follow me at The Budget Mom on Instagram. I did a whole live, Instagram live. I've done multiple videos going over what our finances will now look like. And I can say our finances as a married couple and what that looks like as far as me being the budget mom and continuing with my mission of sharing my real numbers online and whether or not we're going to be combining and all that. But I will tell you, the day after our wedding when we woke up, Chris rolled over and looked at me and said, did that just happen? Did that really just happen to us? When people tell you it goes fast, they ain't lying. Okay, it goes fast. Ryan can attest, she was one of my bridesmaids. She was in my wedding. She was with me through my bachelorette party in Seaside, Oregon the weekend before my wedding for 3 days. And then she flew back and was here as a bridesmaid for my wedding. I mean, it was the funnest. I remember it being so fun.
So much fun.
But it was a blur.
Yeah.
So I'm married now.
I woke up married.
I woke up married. And so August is before I got married. So I want to point that out. My wedding was September 10th. So because September was so crazy with you travel, being in my wedding, me getting married, we halted all production for YouTube that month so I could focus on other priorities in my life. One being my marriage.
Yeah, very important priorities.
And the planning and all of that while still being a mom and doing all those things. So, and running a business and doing that. So we are back now. We're just a month behind, but we wanted to make sure we still did our August budget recap. So August for me, we got our marriage license the beginning of August. We also had James's birthday and pool party that happened in August. We had my bridal shower that we did on the weekend of the 20th. And then towards the end of August, I was doing all of my kind of starting like my hair, getting my hair done, making sure that I, colored all my grays, that type of thing. So what's up with you for August?
Not much. I mean, besides the traveling that Miko just said, not much. Cody's birthday was in August.
Oh, what'd you do?
I'm going nothing, just
those are the best. I love that.
We just went to town and went to dinner and
heck yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. I'm trying to remember. That seems so long ago.
It seems so long ago.
Other than that, there was really nothing.
And this
that
is
was
the
out of
first time we've ever done a budget recap in the future, like this far out.
That's why it's throwing me off.
Yes.
Like, I don't even
You're
remember
like, wait a minute,
August.
what happened in August?
Why did I overspend on that?
Yeah, wait, why did I spend what?
Yeah,
okay.
Literally, but yeah, August was September is where stuff got crazy, but August, just besides the traveling to Miko's bachelorette party, and the wedding, and then Cody's birthday. That's really it.
Okay, and so you're gonna see next Saturday when we post our next video, our September budget recap, and then the Saturday after that, we're coming back with another real life budget. So
and then we're back on track.
Then we're back on track. Let's get into our August budget recap. So right now we're looking at my August monthly category breakdown, my budget breakdown. Now my inflow consisted of $736 of a starting balance, $5,100 of earned income, $1,265 of other income, and $190 of savings used. That's where I'm getting my total monthly inflow of $7,291. Now, there are only 3 categories that I was over budget. One was fun and entertainment. The reason being is we did another order of a UFC fight. Chris reimburses me for those, but of course it was outside of my budget, even though he did give me money, which is part of my other income to cover the expense. It definitely was not in my budget as far as my fun and entertainment budget. Only over by $4 in my household. And then I was over for savings, which you always want to be over for savings. The rest in green, I was under budget for my categories. Not a whole lot of changes to my monthly budget for August. So not too bad. I was only off by $1. That's mainly due to rounding. The next worksheet is my monthly debt and savings breakdown. Because I'm debt free, I track my investments. So my inflow of 7,291, I invested $800 of that, which is about 11% of my inflow. Most of it went to my 529 for my son. The next went towards my brokerage non-retirement accounts. Now for my savings, I only do my income, which is my starting balance, my earned income, and my other income. I saved about 30% of that. Most of it, 63%, went towards my sinking funds, but you can see a lot happened in August for me. This is kind of what it looks like when you don't have a top priority savings goal. My mind was kind of everywhere in August, but 14% went towards my wedding, 3% went towards my emergency fund. Now, is my spending aligning with my financial priorities and goals? Well, if I look at the 3 top things that I saved for, it is my sinking funds, my wedding, and building back up my emergency fund. These other ones like my $5 challenge, the chickens, the 2022 savings challenges, the pet fund, the Christmas, those are kind of like Christmas, for instance, was what I had left over from my envelopes. So it was kind of this last minute decision when I was closing out my budget. Now, if we look at my spending comparison, which is the last worksheet, we're looking at August compared to July. I had a drastic decrease in income. And then if it's in green, I spent less in August than I did in July. And if it's in red, I spent more in August than I did in July. Because I had such a decrease in income, your spending has to reflect that change. That's why we track the change in our inflow from month to month or from tracking period to tracking period. For instance, if my inflow, say, increased by $5,000, but all of my spending reflected that I spent less in every category, that means I have some money sitting around. What do I do with it? And so for me, you can see a big one was I spent $4,872 less in my fun and entertainment. Why is that? Because July we went to Disneyland and I used a ton of vacation savings. So my spending is reflecting this decrease in change. So a lot of things, I did spend more for gas purchases, and I was a little bit over in my household than I was in July, and I'm okay with that. So overall, I know what's happening. I would say that for me, a big bonus, one of the things that I challenge myself from month to month, which is good having this spending comparison, is I'm always constantly looking at my food category, especially with the rising costs of pretty much everything, especially the hits we're seeing at the grocery market. I want to know, how is my food budget being affected? A great way to look at that is your month-to-month comparison. So you have to ask, why am I down? Well, in July, I was in Disneyland. But I also know that in August, I didn't make as many runs to the grocery store. We really focused on eating from our outdoor garage freezer. So I do know why this change happened, but it's a good thing to check, are you hitting those short-term goals?
Okay, so here's my August monthly budget category breakdown. I came into August with $374.03 in my checking account. I am cashless, so this is just solely what was in my checking account on the 1st. Earned income, which is just for my paychecks, of $447,193. Other income of $55. I did use some vacation sinking fund just for some traveling that I did in August, which brought my total monthly inflow to $525,096. Everything here in red means I was over budget. Everything in green means I was under. There was a few things. I was quite over in food. Cody and I, we ran, it seemed like we just ran out of all of our meat at once. So we made a Costco trip and it just kind of put us a little bit over, which is fine. Personal, I was also over just from traveling. Gas, obviously, I just send $80 a month to Cody because I'm not driving. Let's see. Other than that, everything was kind of normal. I did send $697 to debt, which I'm always happy about. Let's see. Utilities, I was only over 13. $450 I saved, so I was over budget on that, but it's always good to be over budget on savings. I did spend almost $200 more than my budgeted amount for Ryen and family. Just some stuff came up that I offered to help with. And then here's that vacation, and then Cody's birthday of 111, and I just cash flowed that with my paychecks that I received in August. And we just went out to dinner, and I honestly don't remember what we did because it was so long ago. We just went out to dinner. Okay. My starting balance going into September is $318, which brings my total to $525096, which matches my total monthly inflow. So yes, all expenses are accounted for. Moving over to my debt and savings breakdown, I put about 13% of my inflow to debt, 99% of that going towards College Ave, 1% towards that Credit One. Moving over to my savings, my total monthly income minus my savings used was $4,900, which was about 9% of my income was saved. Savings challenges was $100, and then the rest of it went towards sinking funds. Okay, and then this is comparing August to July. If you see a little red dot here, that means I spent more in August than I did in July. Green means I spent less. Over in food, as I suspected, over in personal, just due to that travel, just slightly over in some things. I did put less towards debt just because I cash flowed a few more things that kind of took away from that. Other than that, $2 over in utilities, and then obviously again, Ryen. So other than that, it wasn't too much of a big change from August to July. Yeah, there were just a few smaller things that I just had come up.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
When you were over, like say over in food or over in your personal, where does that money come from? Are you just taking it away from what you would be putting towards debt? Is it coming from your checking account cushion?
It is coming from my cushion. Some of it is cash flowed. Like Cody's birthday, I didn't have that here. I just do my other ones. But like this one, for example, his birthday wasn't until the 15th, and we didn't celebrate it until later in the month. So I had 2 paychecks basically to kind of just start and end that sinking fund, if you will, for that.
And you're over for Ryen and family. Where does that money come from?
That's coming from my cushion.
Okay.
Yeah, 171 would come from my cushion. So it just really depends. Most of the time, I obviously try to cash flow if I can, but at the same time, debt is also it's a juggle. You know, family is first for me, but debt is also my first priority personal goal. So it's just a balance that I have to find between how much money gets taken from my financial goals to help family. Yeah, so that's obviously hard.
Yeah. All right, so through that August budget recap, you probably have noticed that I'm using printouts like this. Yeah. So let's give a little update. So I've been getting a ton of questions. What's going on with new products here in 2022? So earlier this year, we came out with a bunch of videos, a bunch of announcements saying that because of the higher cost of production, shipping, and
current inventory,
that type of thing, we've decided that we were only going to offer new designs in our printable products this year. That means the Leverage Planner and the Budget by Paycheck workbook. If you are wanting a Budget by Paycheck workbook shipped to your door, we still have a ton of box sets left. Yep. So the box set is what Ryen is holding here, the full-size version of the Budget by Paycheck workbook.
Bam!
But it's just in smaller booklet forms. We're breaking them down into monthly booklets, little booklets. It's the same exact content, same exact worksheets.
Yep.
They're just more portable.
And there's some videos that we'll link in the description of the 2 box sets that we have, just so you can see the inside. And everything.
Right. And I'll make sure we have some sales going on with the box sets
coming up, yes.
And we'll go ahead and make sure to announce those as well. So my full-size workbook ran out in July.
This is my last month.
July. So August, I had to use our printable workbook for now. We also offer in PDF form. You can buy the PDFs.
And we'll have new PDFs here in a couple weeks
right.
too.
We're gonna be releasing brand new designs, like I stated, for the PDF printable versions only this year. And that's what I'm using our current ones that we have. But like I said, we're gonna be releasing new ones here in just a couple of weeks. But that's why I'm using paper rather than the book.
So I guess a lot of people are probably gonna question too, we're not going to have more of these full-size ones until our next production run in October of 2023. So if you're wanting the full-size, unfortunately, we won't have that until like a whole year, not just the beginning of 2022, but like kind of the end of 2023.
Yes.
So kind of a year from now is when we'll have more full-size with different designs.
So we have a ton of really new, exciting things coming to the Budget Mom as far as products and helpful tools coming your way in 2023. We're going to revamp our ship to your door liverage planners. Those are going to revamp. We're going to have new ones ready to go, ship to your door, new designs, the whole shebang.
Those are June of
Those
2023.
are going to be June of 2023. And then we'll have back in stock our ship to your door, better than ever, budget by paycheck full-size version offered in October of 2023.
Yeah.
Please keep this in mind. We will never again be offering the budget by paycheck boxed sets. So Ryan and I felt that the Budget Mom resources would be better placed in a product that we know you love and use and find very helpful.
Familiar with too. I know a lot of people are scared to try new things, which is totally understandable.
Yeah, the box set just did not perform the way that we thought it would. I used the box set for an entire year. I love the portability of it. I love the smaller booklets. But that's just me.
Yeah.
So next year for 2023, our budget by paycheck workbooks will only be available in the size that you love, the full size version.
And there'll be 2 different designs.
2 different designs. Another big announcement is we are going to be dropping our first ever debt-free version printable product coming up here shortly when we release
in a couple weeks.
With the launch in a couple weeks for the new designs and the PDF products.
And with those, we're not sure what those are going to do as far as sales go, so we don't anticipate making them in like a physical workbook just because we're assuming that there won't be too many people seeking them, but we'll just see. But right now we don't have plans. They're only going to be offered as a printable, but we'll obviously
see how how the requests are and stuff like that, and the need for those are. So
August,
done.
September,
October, November, December 2023, baby.
Oh gosh.
So we will be back again next week with our September budget recap. If you found this video helpful, please like it and don't forget to subscribe.